Hey guys, it's Ari. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here. And today I really wanted to do a sort of voiceover draw with me. I love those types of videos. I love using those when I'm drawing, so feel free to as well put this up as you do your work. But as you can see, I'm scrolling through my DeviantArt, my old archives, because I wanted to do a 2016 redraw. I love the trend of people looking and seeing what they were doing in 2016, and what I was doing in 2016 in middle school was drawing a lot. I had just gotten my drawing tablet. Life was good. I had gotten a Wacom like Intuos draw small or whatever, so it wasn't a screen tablet, and I was using that thing every day. So yeah, I just really want to dive into that, and also I really wanted to take this time to sort of talk more about myself, because I'm relatively new to YouTube, of course, and as you guys are starting to, take in my content, whether that is from starting organically on this channel or coming from a different stream, a different like social media, like for example TikTok or Instagram. Those are my, I was about to say, those are my largest other streams of social media, and I'm like, no, those are my only, besides Tumblr, that I sometimes will dump some specifically miraculous art towards. So I fear those are the only two places, but I digress. Yeah, I'm super excited. As you can see, as I look back towards the drawing, I'm trying to get, this form down, and you're gonna see that I changed the pose up a lot. I was trying to use references and stuff, of course, as one should, but I just couldn't get it right, which is kind of embarrassing when you're thinking about, I'm trying to show myself how much better I am right now with art, and I'm struggling. And I still low-key wasn't really happy with the end result, but I still think that my techniques as an artist improved a lot, so that's what's important. I tell myself to cope. And I'm still happy with how I decided to do this at the end of the day. Also, I'd like to note that in true middle school fashion, as I was drawing this, I was also watching My Little Pony Equestria Girls. And if you know me in real life, if you also have seen some of my artworks or seen me just talk about My Little Pony online, I'm not sure how close you guys pay attention if you are coming from Instagram. I don't play about them horses. I love them down. So it was a full circle to just rewatch the movies again, because even though I love My Little Pony, I don't really rewatch stuff a lot. Everything that I know with something, it's from when I watched it. I might see clips again, but I very rarely will rewatch content through and through. I've tried to rewatch My Little Pony from beginning, and I'm still on season 1, low-key. But so watching the movies, I watched Equestria Girls, the first one, and then Equestria Girls, the second one, Rainbow Rocks. Watching those back to back was the first time in a very long time, actually. So yeah, and it made me really happy too, because they're awesome movies. I don't know what to tell you. They're great and awesome. I also like to note that I will definitely have a draw with me where I can just yap about my Little Pony hot takes, because there's a lot of things that I would love to point out and talk about that make me giggle, rewatching or just remembering these things. Why does Fluttershy have a brother he's just jobless? I was talking to my friends about this, but imagine living in the utopia that is Equestria, right? I don't even know if those ponies pay taxes or if they have to. I don't know. And you live in a utopia and you still don't have a job. And also, not only that, but even if you can't find your true talent yet, in Equestria, there's still stuff for you to do. They gotta change the weather manually. There's weather ponies. You can be a weather pony no matter what horse race you are, if you're Unicorn, Pegasi, or Earth Pony. Oh my goodness. He was just jobless by choice. And that was the entire friendship lesson. Get a life, get a hobby, do something, because you're bumming off of Fluttershy. That's so, yeah. I have a lot to say, for sure. So that's definitely something that I'd like to do. But yeah, if you didn't know before, I love My Little Pony. I think it's great. I could talk about Miraculous too, because you guys know, obviously, that I like Miraculous if you come from Instagram or especially Tumblr, since my Tumblr, like I said, is dedicated towards it. But low-key, I don't think y'all are ready yet. I have to make sure I can trust y'all before I do that, because sometimes Miraculous hot takes, people are ride or die, and I'm just like, that's not that serious. It's not that serious. I gotta make sure I can trust y'all before I start just talking about that, because I have been like lit on fire on TikTok before for merely drawing like I had drawn Marinette as half Haitian, because I'm Haitian, duh, and half French. Not French, what am I talking about? Half Haitian, half Chinese, because she's still Chinese. That's very important to her entire personality. And I wouldn't want to erase, that heritage more than the show does, at least. And I got lit online, guys. I'm telling you, even the creator, Thomas Estrak, like, he had, like, liked my post on Twitter when I posted it. And on TikTok, they were just beating me up. I was learning new words, new racial slurs in different languages when I tell you that. But anyway, that's why I'm kind of like, I'll tread lightly with Miraculous. Y'all gotta earn back my trust for that. I don't feel like dealing with all of you guys right now. No shade, but we'll see. Anyway, switching gears back towards me, let's see. So I started posting online in around 2015, maybe 2014, because I had a tablet. I got a tablet from my aunt, and I would post My Little Pony drawings to Google+. Yes, Google+. And, I think one thing that I'm proud about is that I used internet safety correctly. Like, I knew I was a kid. I knew I was young, but I wanted to share my work still, and I would never interact with people. I would just post and go, and I wouldn't, dwell on it. I wouldn't try to make any, I knew in the My Little Pony fandom, there's bronies, and they're older than me, and I'm not trying to do all that. I also would post a DeviantArt, but this was different. I played Fantage, and there was a Fantage editing community similar to Gacha Life, I think it's called. I see the kids post on TikTok all the time with their little animations based off of that game, and I'm literally that's literally like Fantage, which I would love to do a Fantage deep dive one day. I'm still friends with some people that I met on DeviantArt Fantage when I was 12. So, and I knew they were also kids. That's one thing I'm happy about. I was in my spaces, they were all children with me. So there was nothing weird, thankfully, about that. But it's not always the case there. So I'm very thankful that I had a normal experience there, because that's not always the case. But yeah, I would post on Google Plus my drawings. On Fantage, I do pixel editing, so I was a pixel artist as well for a little bit. But then I started to post more of my drawings on DeviantArt too. I would take pictures and post it. I got a phone when it was the summer before 7th grade. I got a phone, and it was a really, really small, cheap phone. It had 1 gigabyte of storage. I had only one app I can download, and it was Instagram. And that's when I started, Ariudel. I don't think I was called Ariudel then. I think Ariudel was a 2016 sort of thing. So hey, 10 years of being Ariudel. But yeah, and I would post My Little Pony stuff. It was my main Instagram account, so people from elementary school that I was friends with would follow me there, and low-key, that's why a lot of people had unfollowed me by the time I was in high school. It's not a lot of people from elementary school followed me, because I would draw and talk about ponies all the time. So, and Miraculous as well too, after middle school in 2016. So there's that. Shout out to my mom. I remember when I was I like this site called DeviantArt, and she was like, DeviantArt? Why is it called DeviantArt? Are you a deviant? And I was kind of I don't know what that word means, but it's safe, I promise you. And for me it was, since the actual like virtual world Vantage was pretty safe for kids. Like it was pretty good. They had a lot of like kid friendly systems built in, thank God. So the following community after that, like the DeviantArt Vantage community, was filled with children. So thank God. That being said, I know I dodged a bullet. I know I dodged a bullet. But moving forward from there, I would, after I stopped playing Vantage for the most part, I would scan in my drawings. I learned how to scan, so not just taking a picture. I learned how to scan. That would be like my colored pencil drawings, because I mainly had Prismacolors. I really wanted Copics, but didn't have the budget for it. I had like maybe one or two, but yeah, basically colored pencils was my thing. And from there, when I really had the urge to try digital art, I would scan in pen drawings, and then like sketches at least as well. And then I would, on Paint Tool Sci, use the vector tool, because then I can adjust the pen widthness, or the weight, and I would, like, with my mouse, trace over that, right? And then I would digitally color with, like, I don't know, like the pen tool and or the bucket tool. Crazy. You don't see that passion anymore from me, I fear. I need to get back on that. And by that, I mean having such an undying passion for drawing, not the method. That was not saving anyone, but that's all I had. And I remember I drew Chat Noir. He was the first character I drew. And when I got this current drawing tablet right here, which is a Huion, I don't know how to say it, but Huion Canvas 16, I drew him. I drew this in 2022. That's when I got it. I got it off of like Mercari for really cheap, and it's been holding up great. So thank you to the seller who sold that to me, because I had rekindled my love for drawing again too, because from 2020-ish to 2019, I mean, wow, I can't talk anymore. From 2020 to 2022, right before I got my drawing tablet, I barely drew. I would for real draw like one thing every 6 months. That's when I got to college in 2021. And in 2020, with COVID, I just was unmotivated. So barely any work. Those are the dark ages, okay, of my online presence, I fear. I would have to force myself to draw, and it would only be like a head. It wouldn't, I could not. So yeah, in 2022, I had rekindled my fiery passion, I guess. And I'm trying to continue and do that. So that's kind of how I came to be. I just been trying to tap back into my drawing stuff ever since then. But I really want to highlight 2016 right now, because 2016, she was the era for me for drawing, even though it was still a very scary time. Like I know we're kind of going back into like the whole like 2016 aesthetic vibes, but the 2016 election, that was really scary for, a Haitian girl like myself. But, art-wise, I was really having fun. Middle school was the vibe, and I was really starting to know what I liked when it came to art and how I wanted to have my art style. Obviously, as you can see from me drawing this, that's shifted. But I knew that I liked the cutesy, like, bright, like, look to my stuff, to my work right there. And that's sort of like the core of it all, if you really think about it. I understood my core and what I liked. And my favorite shows as well. Like, I was watching Miraculous, I was watching Sailor Moon, I was watching My Little Pony, of course, obviously, always. And I also started to like DC Comics. I was starting to develop my core sense of like style and this, and even though it was so awkward because I'm a middle schooler and I'm going through puberty and things are so weird and like, ugh, I just want to draw all day. I don't care about school. It really shaped who I am today. And I thank my younger self for being on that battlefield, because being 14 is hard. Being 14 and 15 and 13, hard. But I put in that work. And I really see that type of person that I was then today. Like, it's still the core part of me, who I was when I was 14. So I thank her. I forgot to mention, but also Percy Jackson. Yes. I just finished watching season 2 of the TV adaptation. Love. And yeah, I am who I was at 14. That is me. And also Vocaloid. Oh my goodness. Like, I was looking through my old drawings and I saw a lot of Vocaloid our fan art, and that's still me. That is so still me. And now that you kind of understand my whole online journey, I think that I also want to just say, like, who I am as a person too, now that you've seen like a preview through my interests and stuff like that. But yeah, as I mentioned, I am Haitian. I'm Haitian American. Both of my parents are Haitian, but I was indeed born in the US. And I lived in Florida for a long time. I'm not in Florida anymore. I moved up north, but I think that's still a big part of me, because it's funny, because within my art circles, like my friends, me being Floridian was like kind of a big deal, because I remember as a kid also, every time we get hit with hurricanes, I on our Udall would be posting like, hey guys, like, I'm still fine. Like, I remember I didn't have power for like 3 days when it was like Hurricane Matthew, and I was doing watercolors in the hot. My house was so hot, but I was like drawing anyway. And I remember, and I wish I had a screenshot of the post, because I can't log into my old Ariel account. Whatever, when I moved accounts, I can't get into it. But I remember it was just like, hi guys, like, yeah, so there was a big hurricane and a lot of people left Florida, but like, I'm still here doing my watercolors. Anyway, here are my OCs, and like, that's just how I was. I loved the chaos of Florida, and I would try to reflect that. I would not try to, I would reflect that, because that was the environment I grew up in. Yeah, we're gonna have hurricanes. Yeah, I saw a gator today. Yeah, you have to remember that my art account for a long time was my main account. And even when I had made my own main personal account for personal life stuff, I was on my art account more, you know? So yeah, I would talk about what I would experience every day as a kid. And I think that me being in Florida, like I said, shaped that a lot. Now that I'm away, it's so interesting. I also want to note that, like, I trusted my art account, friends and followers more than my personal account, because Lore Drop here, the part of Florida that I grew up in, it was very white. My high school was like 70-something% white. My middle school was a majority black middle school, but I was in advanced classes, and due to redlining and all that stuff, there was still no black people in my advanced classes. They were almost discouraged from going almost. Of course, like, my mom made sure I was in those classes, but I was just always tokenized, and even as a kid, I didn't quite trust everybody, even if I did have friends from that time that I'm still friends with. There's some great people. For the majority part, I felt like so many eyes were on me when I would post to my main account, and there was people that I could not trust. I felt like I played soccer for a very long time. I could not trust a lot of those people. There was a lot. That's like a whole nother lore thing that you guys can unlock later, okay? Later. And even when it comes to friends that were black that I was friends with when I was a kid, they were all that I had, and I can kind of see the negative after effects of them being all that I had, okay? Let me tell you that. So my art account was my safe space for me to just talk about things. So that's kind of where my identity as a Floridian, or just where I was and who I was, an artist in this space. Ariudal was a crutch for my development, and I thank myself for putting myself out there every day. And I'm trying to do it again as I'm older now. Oh my gosh. And yeah, being away from Florida is weird, but also it's funny being older, because I also would never talk in Ariudal content when I was a kid. I would never obviously show my face ever, because I was a kid and I knew this, and I was like, I cannot do that to myself. So now, awakening Ariudal again as an adult, I'm just like, oh, I'm 22 years old, almost 23. I can voice over stuff. I can have my face on camera. Like, you know, it's so fun. It's so fun being an adult. And also I can be like, there's so much more to life than where I grew up and the people that have hurt me and called me weird and odd in middle school and high school and hate seeing fun and stuff like that. So a part of me is healing from that. And the other part of me is drawing Miraculous Ladybug. Hello? Like, yeah. Anyway, now in college, that's when I was really trying to not let myself not be cringe and free. I was trying to be cringe and free. That was the first time I met people who also were artists in real life. Artists, like my shows. It was the first time I was able to meet friends, not based off of proximity, because my colleges were huge. I went to 2 different colleges. I transferred midway through. But that's not even really relevant in this case. But yeah, I made awesome friends, and they also helped heal me and made me realize that the people that I grew up with, some of them were terrible, you know? So I think college helped a lot too with my growth. In fact, a lot of my college friends actually encouraged me to start doing this channel and talk, so I also wouldn't be here without them. And like Twilight Sparkle said, friendship is magic, okay? Like, I see it, guys, I see it. This can be a separate yap with me, but college, I graduated last May in 2025 with a degree in psychology and also in information technology. I work in technology. I am a UX designer, a product designer, if you will, and I do a lot of interface design and strategy. And I love it. It works a different part of my brain versus just illustration. I also do illustration on the side though as freelance, usually in children's book and illustration. That's kind of been my niche. It's a lot of fun. I have great clients. They're super nice, and it's healing another part of me as well. Especially because a lot of my clients are Black clients that want Black children's books, which I didn't have a lot as a kid. So I'm very thankful for that opportunity. As I've mentioned before, I love technology. My first video was me building my PC. And so YouTube is kind of going to be my way of blending my interests of design and art and technology together. Psychology comes into play here as well too with everything we do, but with my job specifically, I use a lot of psychological knowledge to make sure I'm making the right decisions for my users as a product designer. And there's so many things I can just talk about that when it comes to psychology and art, design, and tech. So yeah, it's kind of like another layer of stuff as well. I love, once again, to do deep dives. Like, I love to talk, guys, as you can tell, so they're coming, I promise you. Speaking of me living in the north, oh my goodness, there's a snowstorm coming, guys. A lot of people in a lot of different states are going to be affected. Guys, I'm hoping I can get this uploaded and I will have power. So that's another challenge that I'm dealing with now with moving outside of Florida. So yeah, guys, I hope you all stay warm, during this time. Please. I'll try my best to as well. I know I have not been talking a lot about my actual technique and process as I'm drawing because I've been yapping about myself, but I just wanted to note that Galaxy was the thing in 2016 and I really wanted to do a Galaxy Sona. So I used an overlay filter or overlay layer property to get that Galaxy look by using Galaxy stock images, and in true 2016 fashion, I pulled it off. I usually manually render things, but I wanted to really do it the same way that I did in 2016 in this case. I'm almost done drawing here, the video's wrapping up, but I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. I'm going to do, once again, a lot of these types of videos. I want to have a very diverse types of videos on my channel, and yeah, hopefully you guys learned a lot about me and you're willing to stick around. Thank you so much. My next video is going to be a review because I had gotten a really cool device from a company, so another tech video coming up, guys. The comparison is crazy, but have a great day, guys.